What have I done? What have I done? It's Halloween, yet no scream. All is lost. Where was I? Played all. Everything's already been done. What can I play? What can I play? Find an old film to game with. In a million years they'll call it merely trash. And a plaque that reads, "Here lie Squidward's hopes and dreams." Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogies Revenge! You know that movie that's like Christmas and Halloween at the same time? Even though the whole movie is based around Halloween taking over Christmas, this game is its own story. So it's a Halloween game. 'Tis the season to be spooping after all. Ah! And if you didn't realize, I fucking love this film so much, and I'm gonna try my best to not look at this game with rose-tinted glasses. After the successful and, in my opinion, most memorable level in Kingdom Hearts, in which came out 2 years earlier, why not give our Skullboy Wonder his own game? In retrospect, this game feels like the middle ground between Kingdom Hearts and 1 and 2. Even made by half of the same people, so maybe gravy, baby? Released yet again on the PS2 and Xbox in the transitional golden era of 2004. I think the release of this game was supposed to be in celebratory of the 10th year anniversary of Nightmare Before Christmas, since the movie came out in 1993, even though you missed it by 1 year, god damn it.
Now you've probably wondered what I think about this game. If you haven't, I'd say it's time you begin.
Nightmare Before Christmas,
Oogies Revenge!
A gorgeously blurred cutscene shows us the opening. Jack leaves town because he's bored of getting the same puss every night. Doctor, old voice actor died, so they used Wacko Warner, gives him a magic dildo to slap shit around with.
I call it the Soul Robber.
He then leaves for 2 months. These little twerps decide to let Oogie out of his cave once again. I guess they got all the bugs back together and sewed him up. I don't know how you'd do that.
Lock, shock, and barrel sewed Oogie back together again.
Bugs, bags, and all.
Oh. Explains it. And turns out Sally's still captured by Doctor. Old voice actor died, so they used Wacko Warner in his tower. I thought this was supposed to be a sequel. Oh yeah, okay, thanks Burton. Good job there, pal. Jack gets back and gets beaten up by these monkey skellies, and which are our main enemies. They're sometimes massive and pretty colors. Here we get to use the Soul Grabber and slap some ghouls around. This game being made by Capcom alongside Buena Vista. You can see the comparisons to Devil May Cry quite significantly. That's what we like to call a copy-paste gameplay mechanic. And it's also clunky like a motherfucker. You got this target thing that allows you to just slam that motherfucking square button. And once we rid of those monkey bone DVDs, a few familiar faces come out and they all talk to us about shit, who cares, dude? Skip! They go on a bit too much, be interested.
What exactly happened while I was gone?
I don't know! I don't know. What happened, Jack? Jack, have you read the cover of your own game? And the save guy, he has to threaten me every time that I want to save the game. You try and spam the shit out of the X button like you do when you're trying to heal your Pokemon as fast as you possibly can so you can Toy Story 2 and save the game like 3 times, and you gotta have this annoying as shit cutscene happen every time. This is one of those games you need to save every 2 seconds because autosave doesn't exist for another 10 years. 3, really. And if you don't save, you'll regret it because you have to do a tedious task millions of times. In the town hall, we meet Shadow of the Hedgehog's Heartless. Only this one's had way too many chili hot dogs, dude! It's Oogie Shadow or something. No idea in all honesty. And we're introduced to Parappa the Rapper DDR rhythm battle system. You know when you sing the words wrong and no one's around so you don't care that you're getting them wrong? This is exactly that. They rewrote Danny Elfman's lyrical genius for some god-awful reason, and didn't look like Danny wanted to sing the travesty remixes of his masterpieces either. But we have the original Jack Skellington, which is still enjoyable.
See, you're pretty proud of all your booby-trapping schemes. But I can say you'll rule this town only in your dreams. Ha!
Some songs are pretty okay, but some are just weird. Like Dr. Old voice actor died, so they used Wacko Warner. Battle is so unnecessary. Also, he's in a wheelchair? We're beating some crippled, blind old dude in a wheelchair. But I guess it's a part of a boss battle, so can't complain. I don't think they needed to put music intertwining within the gameplay. Sure, the backing tracks would have been fine, and a hinting towards certain lyrics would have been fine, but it's at least better than
Each little slug hair caught in a rug hair under the sea.
that. For the most part, the integration of the rhythms and battle system aren't too bad. The more you play into the game, the more complicated and fast-paced the DDR segments get, and zooey mama do they give me is the adrenaline rush. You connect with what's happening on the screen, and your eyes are controlled by your fingers, and what's happening on the screen is also controlling your hands and your eyes, and it feels good! The story progresses and surrounds around the collecting the doors of the hinterlands that connect the holiday doors together, cause they're possessed, or whatever, by Oogie. It's up to Jack to save them all because all the leprechauns are too busy in the hood.
Yeah, you my nigga, man.
Terrible things happened while you were gone, Jack. Terrible things.
That's the kind of shit someone says after spending the night with your uncle in his hunting lodge.
Witch's Shop, the best bargain in town.
For that price, I'd say you were the only price in town, lady. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler here have this overpriced shack where you upgrade things, in which you need to do anything. Although having to interact with the gameplay instead of having it in your menu is neat, but it also means you have to come back here to buy anything unless you find it by murdering Boots the monkey. God, look at this art direction though. Tim Burton worked alongside the director to make sure it was as good as it can be, and it shows. It looks like you are in the world of the movie. For 2004, it's fairly impressive in my point of view of how they pulled it off. This could come out today and I would be impressed with how it looks. The Hinterlands, especially for me, stands out a lot more with its atmosphere and is pulled off a lot better than it is in Kingdom Hearts 2, which was released a year later. You can also have different forms in which Jack can turn into. Like the Pumpkin King, who can burn shit, and Santa Jack, who can drop presents. You can upgrade them all within the game, but I see no point, mostly unless you want to be a pyro and set ablaze the world upon itself. There's a lack of a need or a want to use them to be that important. But you can unlock rad costumes and can run around in these get-ups. It's funky to see Jack in other costumes. You access these in Jack's house, where you can see all the unlockables you can get, like trophies, cutscenes, songs, by getting high scores on levels. These high scores are determined in how many combos you get, how much damage you deal, and how fast you can finish the level. It's a lot to juggle, and to bearing that, the levels are so weirdly planned out with the camera. It's like the original Resident Evil. Follow his damn head from a fucking meter behind him, instead of having it on a pivoted stance. You can't see anything. Just let me explore the world you recreated for us. It's like a teacher scanning through pictures on a computer when she's showing you the whole thing, then she just quickly goes through nudes by mistake. Yeah. I'm onto you. Alright? The game goes on and you fight Oogie a good 83 times, and his final stage is a giant Oogie. Where have we seen this before? I do not know. All is restored and an ending is redone from the original. And another friendship hug. Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge. an aesthetically pleasing and pretty decent extent of the original storyline, although the gameplay is quite a nail scratch down a chalkboard, and the songs make you want to jam your dick in between a window and slam it. It's not bad, but it's definitely not good. The level design is amazing and the challenge is real, but the way it's all crafted around it within the camera and its movements doesn't make it the best out of how you could have pulled a masterpiece out of this. Also, the combat being a Devil May Cry clone is pretty gosh dang lazy. There's also a lot of resemblances to Kingdom Hearts in this, like a mix between 1 and 2. It's almost how Chain of Memory should have been like, instead of making it a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh game. If you're a before Alice in Wonderland Tim Burton fan and want to relive the magic that this film gave you, I really recommend it, because the nostalgia is thick and the game knows it relies heavily on it to be enjoyable, but they do it well enough. For anyone who hasn't seen the film or is not a fan of it, you can give it a miss, because it's nothing special for you. You might as well play Devil May Cry. Anyway, that's me. Thanks for watching. Check out AuroraNet if you haven't already, and if you're watching from AuroraNet, make sure to watch me ColeoIsGameo there. Also check out HeadColors TV, because he is amazing at what he does, and he really needs some more recognition of his stuff that he does. Check him out! Please! Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you wanna, and I will see you whenever. Toodles!